Way through the year, and Milwaukee is already on pace to break last year's record number of homicides. While there's support for the victims and their families immediately following the tragedy, what happens after the funeral? One woman is making sure that loved ones left behind are never forgotten. Pauline Lee introduces us to her. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. June 13th, Sunday morning show, segment 5, take 3. We're about halfway through the year, and Milwaukee is already on pace to break last year's record number of homicides. While there's support for the victims and their families immediately following the tragedy, what happens after the funeral? One woman is making sure that loved ones left behind are not forgotten. Pauline Lee introduces us to her and her butterfly effect in our Sunday morning spotlight.
We bring comfort to the heart, one butterfly at a time.
If there's anything that can put Shequila Morrison's mind at ease, it's painting.
That's the purpose of the painting, to lose myself and whatever I got going on.
Colorful creations.
Painting is so pretty.
To let her imagination roam free.
It's a creation. There is no wrong way to do it.
Each has a unique look.
Yeah, that looks cute.
But always follows a theme.
Something is going to be butterfly something somewhere.
What really, though, sets her heart aflutter,
so we just going to abbreviate it because I got some dots, so I put the dot right there,
is knowing that her creations will be going to someone special.
Because I'm not painting and throwing it away. I actually have a goal in mind. I'm going to paint this and I'm going to gift it to somebody.
Somebody who's lost a loved one too soon.
I always do stuff for homicide victims and their families, and it was just another way to honor them.
She calls them butterfly sets.
No set is exactly the same. Some of them might have this, the jewelry box, or it could be the jewelry box this. And then these little pieces right here, I made those more so to lay at the gravesite, and then your picture frame is for your favorite picture. After a while, that's all you got left, is pictures.
This is just her latest mission. She started about 3 months ago to help with healing.
And she lost her auntie to gun violence. And Magic just turned 3 today.
It's a pain she, too, has experienced personally.
So I lost my cousin in 2006, and then my brother got killed in 2015.
So how many family members, family and friends, have been killed?
I think I'm probably up to maybe 10.
By homicide? 10 by homicide.
In the last 5 years.
And she says the pain is still there long after you've said your final goodbyes.
I call it the after the casket drop effect. Them 7 days before, everybody in your business. They want to know how much money you got to bury so-and-so, who gonna cook the food. The day after that casket go in the dirt, everybody disappears.
So to cope with her feelings, she started painting and found the beauty in butterflies as a sign of hope, courage, and strength. It all was just a natural fit.
But everybody else going on about their day because you got to reshape and redirect in your new norm.
It's the butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect.
Among her first sets she gifted was to Jay Anderson Sr. His son, Jay Anderson Jr., was shot and killed by police in 2016.
So I was like, I want to paint something for you, not knowing that the next day was his birthday.
She also made another set for the mother of Dontre Hamilton. He was shot and killed by Milwaukee police in 2014. And sets for the families of Jimmy Sanders, Joel Acevedo, and so many others.
So I feel like I'm just a small piece of comfort. Somebody's still thinking about you, or I'm gifting you this on behalf of your son or on behalf of your daughter.
What she gets in return is priceless.
And they're so appreciative. I don't think that I could ever even think about putting a price on it, because you can't.
Is it almost bittersweet to know that eventually what you're making is going to go to a family who's lost a loved one in probably one of the most tragic ways possible?
That's the part right there, because on one hand, I want them to know that there's somebody thinking about them, you know what I'm saying? But then on the other hand, it shouldn't be our norm. Like, we shouldn't be up to 4 or 5 homicides a day. 1 a week should be too many. Like, that should not be the norm, and it's the norm around here.
It started with just several sets, but it's now morphed into a movement.
More than 100 sets later.
More than 100 sets later.
How do you feel?
I feel blessed. I'm a firm believer of I do for people what I would want them to do for me.
A movement to show compassion and a movement for change.
Because it's not about one of us, it's about all of us.
You'll